And today we are live in the kitchen, and today is all about beauty. It's a big day here in the Your Fix TV studios, and I'm really excited to have you guys here. No mai, haere mai, welcome to the studio. I'm Monique Bradley, and if we haven't met before, welcome to my house. It's great to have you here. Today I've got this beautiful soul. This is my lovely friend and sister from another mister. This is Tracy Marie Wilton Huia. Now Tracy is an advocate for beauty that is not just skin deep, it's about being beautiful, which is soul deep, am I right?
Soul deep, that's
absolutely.
correct.
Now Tracy has an amazing story. Now first of all, you've had life-changing burns.
Yes, life-changing burns, dealt with a lot of infertility, multiple sclerosis.
Yes.
And other complications surrounding that, fibromyalgia, different things, post-traumatic stress disorder, and things like that. So yes, and menopause.
Menopause. I knew this topic was going to come out at some stage. I know.
Yes.
I'm 44, so I know I'm getting closer day by day.
Yes.
But I wanted to talk to you about the effects of. Does what you eat, in particular with your MS, does what you eat affect your health?
Oh, definitely, most definitely.
So what are the key stresses for you with your health when it comes to food?
Key stresses for me would have to be carbs.
Carbs?
Carbs, probably the gluten.
Yep.
And there is definitely showing signs that red meat is probably not too good for us.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's really, really interesting. Now, I actually did some research because I love you and I want to know more about what it is like to live with MS. And I did find some information, which is a scientific study based in America about the effects of gluten with MS. Now, we've got a screen here which has a quote from that study, because today we are all about beauty with Tracy Marie. And in that study, it said it was published by BMC Neurology that selected MS patients and their immediate family members had a higher incidence of gluten intolerance than the general population. And this seems to be more common than we actually realise. Of course, there is a lot of research out there that probably contradicts this, but the best thing to do is to try whether gluten works for you, whether if you're living with MS or any sort of health complications. I've suffered for most of my adult life with IBS.
Yes.
Find what works for you. There is no one size fits all. I know in my own journey, wanting to lose weight, low carb diet works for me.
Yes.
Getting rid of gluten works for me. But if you are considering making huge changes to your diet for health, please talk to a professional, whether it's your naturopath, a nutritionist, or even your GP. So, low carb.
Low carb.
That's what we're focusing on today, and I'm going to make you do the hard work.
Yes.
So the first recipe we're going to delve into is actually my amazing, delicious low carb crackers. Now, when you go onto a low carb diet, a lot of people ask me, oh my goodness, Monique, what do you eat? Is it just all vegetables? No, it's not. I still get to have my cake and eat it too, and that's what you're going to see as well. You're going to make the crackers today, and I've already got the ingredients ready for you. Super easy, just a couple of ingredients here, and we're going to put the recipe up on the screen. And if you miss the recipe, it's already loaded into my website, moniquebradley.co.nz. Now, what we've got here, instead of using flour, because a lot of people can't handle gluten, we're actually going to use some almond meal. Now, almond meal is also called almond flour, if you see that in a recipe. Now, the one we're using here is white, so we don't have all the husky brown bits in it. A third to half a cup of avocado oil, which we're going to throw in there. We've got an egg, we've got some grated cheese, and some salt and pepper. And it is actually that easy. It's a pretty cost-effective recipe, and to be honest, I now like this better than the crackers you buy in store.
Wow.
It is so tasty, and especially when they're made fresh.
Yes.
So Tracy, in there you've got your cup of almond meal already.
Sure.
You're going to crack the egg in there, and then you're going to crumble in your cheese. Now this makes a really nice cheesy kind of cracker. You could also add in there a little bit of cayenne pepper, which is really cool. Oh, you're so tidy, you domestic goddess, you. So just crumble it, because we're using mozzarella today. Yep. You're going to work it all through. It's nice, isn't it? Now you can use tasty cheese, or you could use Colby, or whatever you like. You can even use a Parmesan if you want a slightly finer.
Oh, yeah, no, that's nice.
That would be really nice.
That would be lovely.
And super tasty. So you're going to mix it all through.
Mix it all through.
And then I'm going to grab the avocado oil. We're going to be really generous, because this is a really good product. This is Green Touch avocado oil. It's actually produced here in New Zealand. And avocado oil is loaded with omegas. So for those of you who might be vegetarian and you don't want to take fish oil, this is a great option.
Brilliant.
The thing I like about this, so the original recipe I tested didn't have avocado oil in it, but I didn't like the egg flavour. So this is going to actually transform the flavour of the recipe. And if you have a look at that colour,
Look at
Tracy.
the colour.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Isn't it?
Yes.
Now, it will make it a slightly runnier consistency, but the great thing is it's going to cook up nicely as a beautiful flat cracker in the oven.
Good.
There you go. So you can add whatever seasoning you like. Like I said, you could add cayenne pepper. We're just going to add in some salt and pepper. And I've got here Hauraki sea salt, produced here in Auckland. Going to give a good sprinkle of that in through there.
Lovely.
Very nice.
Lovely, lovely.
Excellent. And you're going to give me a good grind of pepper in there. Goes one way. I think it's to the right. Well, you've got it?
Got it?
Perfect.
Perfect.
We're going to mix it all through now, and I'm going to give you another big lug of olive oil, avocado oil, I should say.
Oil. Yes.
Because it's my favourite. I mean, look at the colour.
Yum.
Isn't that cool? Nice and easy.
Nice and easy.
Now, the next thing we're going to do, so your crackers are ready.
Crackers are ready?
Yeah, it's pretty fast,
Polly,
eh?
want a cracker?
Nice. Nice job. Now I've got a tray here, and all we've done is we've put, I'm going to get you to grab a teaspoon out of the drawer just here. We've just got wax paper here on the, just on the top drawer. We've got wax paper here just on a tray, super easy. And you're just going to put blobs, small blobs.
Blobbles.
Yep, just like that, onto the tray. Now the magic happens, I don't like to get my hands dirty. So instead of pressing them all down, because it is quite a sticky mixture, I have another piece of wax paper. We're going to lay it on top and then press the whole lot out, and it just makes it really tidy. So if you've got kids who are wanting to do this with you, and let's be honest, kids get a bit messy at the best of times, don't they? And they want to put it everywhere. This is super easy to manage. Yeah, even big kids, right. It's super easy to manage. Now I have to say good morning. Hello, Rachel Thompson. Oh, she said, can't be here, I'm busy working. Good on you. Good morning, Tara and Archie. Lovely to see you. Romilly Ashkettle, lovely to see you too. And I know Leonard Matthews is watching as well. Lovely to have you guys on the stream. It is lovely to have you with us. And I can see there's lots of people watching. Now, Tracy, what do you think are your favourite foods that help your health?
My favourite foods that help my health are actually salmon.
Yep.
I love salmon, and it's very good for me. Well, actually, all fish.
Yes.
Seafood. So I do love my seafood.
Yep.
I will admit. I do try to eat foods like that do have like the avocado oil in it and things like that.
Because
So
the omegas in avocado oil are so good for the brain.
I'm not a sweet person, so bit of a sourpuss really, but you know what I mean. So I have a tendency, but these sorts of things like the crackers, and I love all that sort of thing.
Yes, so do I, and I love making a really good savoury topping with it.
Yeah.
In fact, speaking of which, once these crackers are cooked, I'm actually going to top them with either a pesto or a hummus, which are also great low carb options.
Yes.
Because the hummus is made of chickpeas, it is slightly higher carbs, but it's something you may want to have slightly later in the day, particularly because we don't want to be slowed down during the day. We want to still have lots of energy, which is why low carb is great for you earlier in the day. Now I've just got chickpeas that have already drained, and this is going to be our hummus.
It's going to be
Look at that.
hummus.
Just throwing in some avocado oil like that, and we're going to whiz that up. And look, this is so simple. This cost me about $1.29 for a can of chickpeas. That's what I love about it. I'm going to pop behind you and blend that. Look at us, we're like Hudson and Halls.
We are! Look at that.
Love this. I know, so quick. Well, at least the top's blended. I'll come back and do the rest later. Yeah, and that's going to be really nice. I just love the colour. This is great. In fact, I'll show you what we're going to do next. So we'll just leave the rest of the mixture there.
Yeah.
Look at this, Trace. Put it down.
Oh,
I know, right?
Oh,
and this is how you get your
goodness.
crackers flat without having to get another implement. So good. And they still go round, and it's so
still
cute.
go round. Look
I
at
know. Because you want to crack it because you want it to be kind of still a bit crisp.
a bit crackery.
Yeah, a bit crackery. And to be fair, because you're making this out of almond meal, it's not as crispy as it would be, say, if you were using a wheat flour or something like that.
No,
but this is a
lovely.
great option.
Yes.
There we go. And look at that.
Look at that. Just like that.
I know. Now, when I first made them, I actually did it properly and used a rolling pin, but ain't nobody got time for that. So you could put a heavy book on it, walk away, have a cup of tea, phone a friend. You could do whatever you like, and then you just peel this all back and whiz bang boom. A little bit of the mixture might come off, but we're okay. You can scrape it off if you're worried. Scrape it off. Look at that! Isn't that just the cutest thing ever?
Look, they're all done.
I know, right? Oh, whoopsie.
Whoopsies. We've got a little...
Oh, whoops. Sorry, I put my finger in it. Doesn't matter. I'm going to eat it later anyway. So you get the idea. You want to do it probably a bit more gently than I've just done it. And then, of course, the extra bits, you just scrape it off. So there's your crackers. Now you're going to put those in the oven at around 220. And once you've done that, I'm just going to just pop it on top of the oven. You cook them. They cook in about 10 minutes, which is fantastic. So super quick. And then you end up, depending on how well cooked you like them, you end up with these amazing cheesy crackers. And I like mine well cooked because I love that really goldeny looking cracker. You know what I mean? Oh, pull that hair off there. But of course, we're in my kitchen, it's my rules. So we've got your crackers right here. So it's super easy.
Super easy.
And how do we plate that? Well, we could do something like add a little bit of our hummus, or I actually found some cashew nuts in my pantry, and I thought, oh, I love cashew nuts. What can we do with that? Well, we're going to grab just a big handful of basil. And then we're going to add in some more avocado oil. Now, this is so healthy.
Smell that basil.
I know, isn't it beautiful? Now, the great thing, Trace, is that, all of these things are made from real food. There's no preservatives in here. There's no nasty chemicals that mess with your health. It's all real food. All real. I'm going to grab this because, we like to be efficient in the kitchen today. I hate having to clean up. Oh, I'm just going to get all of that off there. Well, it's going down the sink. It's a bit of food waste. We don't like that, but you get the idea. And then we are going to make ourselves some pesto. Now, the reason I put the nuts in the bottom is if you're using something like a Ninja Bullet, you want the weight to be on the blades. And because I don't have a blender, I don't have any sort of blender like, all those fancy raw food chefs. So my lovely, you're going to just throw that in the blender over there and give it a good whirl. Right, pull that out. Ready? Yeah, go. Yeah, just lift it up. Beautiful.
Woo-hoo,
and we're gonna, I know, right? Well, we're almost there. We're gonna have a look. Oh yeah, that's looking good. So what I would do is take a little bit of my friend basil. I know, so good. Now the cool thing is that if cashew nuts are a bit expensive, because they can be.
They can be.
You can use peanuts. I know it's normally made from pine nuts, but at the end of the day, pine nuts are really expensive. And I'm thinking, how can I do something for my health, which is going to be low carb and fabulous.
And still tasty.
Still tasty, but be budget effective. And that's what we've done. Okay, just throw that on the blender there. Give it a good push down. There. Hopefully that works. Don't think it did that time. Oh yeah, it's working. Lift it up, give it a shake. Give it a shake. Look at that. Right, my lovely, shake it back down, give it one more blend. Oh yeah. Excellent. Let's pull it out and have a look. I got some. So this is Cheats hummus. Now it's still a bit grainy. I probably would actually blend it a little bit longer, but it's super easy and super fast. Easy. Now down here, my love, we've got a plate. I'm going to get you to plate up some crackers, some with a little bit of the pesto that we've made, and some with a little bit of the hummus. All your tools are in there. And while you're doing that, I'm going to show you how to make a very quick mug cake, which is done really quickly. I've got all the ingredients here, and I'm going to pull the recipe up on the screen. It's all made in one bowl, and then I'm going to pop it into these these really cool silicone molds that I've found that just piece together like Lego. There's no base on them, and I'm going to use this to cook my little chocolate cakes. How you going there, Trace?
Awesome.
Doing good? Looking good. Feel free to use the basil to make it look all pretty as well. Okay, so into this bowl, oh, there you go. We've got 3 tablespoons of almond meal, 1/4 of a cup of avocado oil, 1 egg, baking powder, salt and pepper, I think that's a typo, cacao, vanilla essence, and some maple syrup for seasoning. Again, pardon me, just had a little bit of air come up. I'm talking too much. This is a delicious recipe and it's all going to be cooked in the microwave, so it'll take 90 seconds to cook, so I'm going to do that now. Got the cacao. The health benefits of cacao are insane. So good for you. Loads of antioxidants. There's your vanilla essence in there. Loads of good things. Your almond meal goes in there. We've got baking powder in there. Here we go. Everything. There's your maple syrup going in now. Look, this is so simple. So in the time that Tracy gets to plate up some of these crackers and make them look all pretty, I'm going to have an entire cake ready to go. Now this is a serving for 2 people. I think it works out at about 300 calories a serving, which isn't too bad.
That's great.
It's too bad. And the cool thing is, again, this is low carb and it's loaded with food which is actually there to benefit your health. The final thing I'm going to add in there is the egg, and that's your binding agent. Look at that. Super easy. Now, avocado oil for me is a winner. I have actually replaced all the other oil in my kitchen because this is just magnificent. It tastes good. It makes everything look pretty because the colour is so intense. Here we go. That's all mixing together like that. And this kind of cooks up like a souffle, a mini souffle in your microwave. So when it comes out, because these little containers are quite small, the cool thing is it will puff out over the top, but it looks quite spectacular when you bring it out of the microwave. How are you going there, Trace?
Awesome.
Looking good. So at the end of the show, we know we've got some morning tea to eat. Excellent. I'm just going to grab a spoon out from under you, my gorgeous creature. So you've noticed lots of health benefits from eating differently? What have you noticed the most?
With me, I'm a bit similar to you, darling. I do suffer terribly from IBS.
Yep.
And I've noticed if I don't plug up my system,
yep.
I don't have those dramas.
Oh wow!
So having to make sure, and look, I am a bit of a sucker for the old, the things I shouldn't eat.
Yep.
So that is.
I think too, when your health is compromised a little bit, what do? You tend to go for convenience food. For me, it was always things like chippies.
Yeah,
I'm totally addicted to. I was.
I can definitely.
Yeah.
Eat way too much chippies and stuff like
yeah.
that. But I do try not to.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
What I've actually replaced that addiction with, and I have to say because I love it, roasted cauliflower. Oh my goodness.
I've got a thing for kurma chips.
Oh, kurma chips, me too. And they're so good for you too. Now, a lot of people have asked, don't those moulds leak? No, they don't. The cool thing is that as you cook, the cake sets in the bottom, doesn't it? So there you go. So we've got silicone seals going on. Silicone moulds there. Now, by the way, if you want to see them, they come in sets of 4. They're totally amazing. You can make a whole bunch of different shapes. Oh, look at that, Tracy. Amazing. So whether you want to do a small cake or a big cake, you can do it all. And Tracy, you've done a great job there. There's morning tea. I'm going to pop these in the microwave, and then we've got dessert as well. Wow. Okay.
Spoiled.
I know, right? Here we go. 90 seconds in the microwave. Right.
It's funny that you make something like a celebration or anything. Well, I would call it the little celebration thing. Our darling friend Dennis Marsh and his beautiful wife Yvonne, 20 years married today.
Oh
So
my
isn't that
goodness,
lovely?
congratulations.
Yes,
Oh, we
isn't that
love them.
lovely?
Well,
We love
it is a
them.
beautiful day of celebration.
Yeah.
Okay, so the proof is in the pudding. Do you want to try one?
Ooh, yes.
Shall we? Shall we try it? I'm going to try this little one here. So it looks cool. You're going to try that one?
Let's go.
Oh yeah. It's great. Sorry to talk with my mouth full. See, it's still kind of crackery.
Oh, it's very crackery.
Oh, it's really good. You can
So
even do
fantastic.
something if you're wanting to show off to your friends. You can even bring it out and then drizzle your avocado oil. It's a little bit of flair. It's like Salt Bay, but it's with avocado oil. It's good, eh?
Beautiful.
Now the cool thing is, this won't interfere with your health.
No.
This is really cool and easy to make, as you saw. And again, they cook in 10 minutes. I'm going to finish that one.
Fantastic.
Whoops.
Whoops. Whoops, typical.
So there you go. I'm about to grab our chocolate soufflés. Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh, look at them.
I wish you could see. They've just gone. So this is the sort of thing that you can actually cook in the oven as well, but if you want to cook them fast in the microwave, they're amazing, and you can cook them in a cup. So get ready, they've kind of exploded.
Oh, these are delicious.
They are, right?
Oh, look at them.
Look at that. We've done it. So they come out like these little cakey soufflés. They are low carb. If you have that craving for chocolate, this is going to satisfy that craving. I'm just having a look around the bottom. I probably would cook them for probably 30 seconds longer. I think I've added in a little bit more ingredients this time, but they are super delicious. They're going to be too hot for us to eat now, but we'll try them after the show. And they are light and they give you that chocolate fix you've been looking for. So there you go, 2 low carb. In fact, today we've made pretty much 4 low carb recipes in a pretty short period of time, in 20 minutes. So that's cool. Nice
Excellent.
work. Now you've tried low carb food, what are you thinking? Easy?
Perfect. Yes, perfect and
Easy.
I've
Easy.
got one of these little gadgets, so
Yep.
I'll be able to definitely do.
Yay.
Awesome.
There you go. And that is how to be beautiful on the inside by feeding your body and your brain with the omegas from avocado oil. Thanks to the people at Green Touch for giving us this avocado oil. It really is the best avocado oil I've tried, and I've been around a long time in food. I've tried a lot of them. Yeah, I have.
You're doing very well.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much. Tracy, thank you so much for coming and helping me out. Sorry I'm so bossy. But, you know, I like to invite people to my house and make them do the work.